Good afternoon. It's Tom Broderick. I'm out at Light and Power at Central Services here in Anderson off 8th Street. And I'm with some fellows that work hard every day with regards to our utilities to make sure that we have plenty of power going, and at the same time making sure that our street lights are on, and that the electricity that comes to your homes and to your businesses are available. And behind me and down the aisle here, we have several new pieces of equipment we're going to talk about. And first, I'm going to start with Jason Adams. Jason, tell them a little bit about your position here, and then at the same time, a little bit about this brand new equipment.
Like I said, I'm Jason Adams, supervisor, line department. A little bit about the equipment. This is our new street light bucket, smaller than what our standard line crew buckets are. Does have a reaching distance of 48 feet. With it being the size that it is and the chassis that it is, it'll help to get into tighter places, into alleys, things like that. It does have substantial more reach to it than what our old bucket did have. As far as the new line trucks, the new line trucks we've got, obviously, they're a great upgrade from what we did have. They will reach a little further than the ones we had before, and also they will lift quite a bit more than what we had before.
Now, I know we were out here a few days ago and speaking with Tony Pichard, our superintendent, and we were looking at a couple new pieces of equipment that we had at that time, which I think was a bucket truck and a derrick digger. And now, obviously, we've added these three new pieces of equipment, and we have some more coming on pretty soon as well.
Yeah, we're looking forward. We've got 3 more trucks coming. Actually, 2 more buckets and 1 more line truck. Very similar to the ones we have. We'll have 3 4x2 line trucks, 1 4x4 line truck, and it's good for the guys as far as being able to do their job safely. The average age of the fleet that we did have is right around 18 years old, and as far as replacement goes, these type of trucks you want to replace just about every 10 years, so it'll be good.
Well, I tell you, I know we were certainly happy to be able to do this because we were concerned about some of the equipment definitely was showing its age. And I know the guys worked really hard to try to hold all that together, but at some point, you can only do so much with it, and it's time to get rid of them and start fresh. Introduce yourself to the folks, and then talk a little bit about I really want to talk a little bit about our street lights because folks ask about that a lot. I know you guys have been working super hard on getting our street lights up and going and trying to keep them on constantly. So explain a little bit about that.
Yeah, so my name is Bill Huffman. So, the street lights, security lights, it's been a big push over the last year and some change maybe. We're trying to make it more of a focal point of customer service. We've upgraded some of our equipment in order to make that happen. The procedures have been streamlined. We're just trying to take it and elevate what we've done in the past and make it better for the customers as far as our response time, the equipment that we're putting up in place of the old style lights that we used, things like that.
And Bill, I know a lot of people had issues with different areas that seemed out, and you might explain a little bit about the what has to transpire in order to actually fix a street light that's out.
Okay, yeah. So, as far as street lights go, we've got the roam system, which kind of helps us a little bit with kind of predicting before the customer actually realizes that it's been out. That shortened that amount of time for us, where we can be more proactive, if you will. As far as security lights go, the customer just needs to get a hold of our dispatch and call us directly. Then that goes to the direct supervisor there, and we've taken a bunch of steps out and a bunch of people that used to be involved in the process, and we've put more just where there's only 3 or 4 of us now. So the time that it takes to get the information to us, to get us heading to their property and get their light fixed, it's a lot faster now. So basically, once they call in, a work order is generated. They put it on the truck, and we try to get to that before we do anything else. If paid lights become a big priority for us.
And Bill, when you talk about the roam system, that actually hooks in through our computer system, where dispatchers and others can sort of monitor and see in advance, hopefully, if there's going to be a problem with a light.
Correct. Yeah, that's right. So the fact that it predicts it saves us a lot of time from trying to travel around and figure out which one's actually out and which ones are still working. So
And this particular piece of equipment designed a little bit smaller, like was being talked about a minute ago, to help get in certain places a little bit easier. And at the same time, the bucket's got a good reach on it. They can get up there as high as they need to be.
yeah, absolutely. So some places aren't super accessible for us. Different structures and stuff are put up around our light poles. This helps us get up, around, over the top, and just makes it a little quicker for us to get up there without having to go and physically climb it.
Well, again, I appreciate everything you guys do. The whole crew works hard all the time, and folks have to remember, if they have any questions, just simply call dispatch out here, and for they know that we have basically 2 shifts of dispatch. It runs from 6 o'clock in the morning until I believe 10 o'clock in the evening, and then after that we have on-call folks that pick up on any emergencies, and once they get that call in, that information goes out immediately to a 4-person that makes sure that we can get to it right away. We call in help, and if we have to call back in dispatchers, we do that as well.
That's correct.
And I know the other night we had some storms go through. We had all the high winds and so forth, and that obviously brought a lot of crews out to get folks back up and going. So again, thank you guys for everything you do, and we're so happy that you have some new equipment, and look forward to the balance of it
too.
coming in soon. So thank you.